It's weird. Did not know this until now, until I found this interview. What's the guy's name? Jeremy Scahill. This kind of censorship thing is happening pretty seriously in Germany, too, for a lot of the same reasons. This guy is a lawyer in Germany. Check this out.
Demonstrations of pro-Palestinian demonstrations and basically Palestine exception to free speech on every level. In the days and weeks after October 7, there were bans of demonstrations, of pro-Palestinian demonstrations in basically all German cities.
Whoa.
I think the most extreme example is Hamburg. In Hamburg, from 15 October till the 8th of December 2023, there was a general directive by the city that banned any pro-Palestinian demonstration.
So yeah, very
disgusting.
Stop, man. Seeing this kind of all over the place, I do think, this is just me, you know, okay, give me a break. I could be wrong, but I do think that this kind of thing is harder to do now. This kind of media brainwashing censorship thing. I remember this happening in the early 2000s. I think it's harder to do now with the internet, what they're trying to do here. Could be wrong. I don't know. Okay, let's check this out. What is it? Oh, this is an article. Whoa.
Wow. Weird.
After more than a decade of liberal-driven censorship and cancel culture, Donald Trump's second election win was meant to have, in his words, save free speech in America.
It's weird.
He was quoted as saying, free speech?
It's weird.
Starting with an executive order on day one to stop all government censorship. Whoa, so now you can go like this. And you can go like this.
Shut up!
Which is intolerable in a free society. Instead, Trump's ascent to the presidency is so far seeing a dramatic, across-the-board clampdown on all kinds of First Amendment protected speech and a ramping up of government suppression of certain viewpoints. We tend to associate this with pro-Palestinian activism, and there's no doubt that that's an area where it's the most aggressive actions taken to chill political speech.
It's weird.
Administration has, without precedent, asserted the right to unilaterally revoke the legal status of permanent residents and all that. But this barely touches the surface. One visa holder, a French scientist here for a conference, this is crazy, was barred from entering the United States and sent back to France, not because of anything pro-Palestine, he said. Instead, authorities went through his phone and found private messages he had sent that were critical of Trump's science policies. Okay.
It's weird.
This is a weird story, and this is part of the problem right here, is I read a bunch of stories about this. Oh, the scientists, you know, they took his phone. They took this little French guy's phone, and they said, hey, you're writing stuff that's mean about Trump. You're not allowed in the country. So that's what they're saying, and that's what everybody in France is saying. But then the U.S. government and like anybody who supports it, who supports Trump, is like, oh no, he actually had confidential stuff somewhere. That's why they wouldn't let him in. This is part of the problem with this, is that it's like, okay, like who do we believe on this? The people in the U.S. don't seem very trustable, so now it's like nobody knows what to believe kind of thing now. Okay, what the hell else does this goddamn thing right here say? Despite promising a return to that fundamental commitment to free expression at the start of the year, Facebook and Instagram, parent company Meta, seemed to have simply changed the target of its speech suppression, kicking off this guy.
It's weird.
Term by censoring the posts and accounts of several abortion pill providers, as well as pro-LGBTQ posts that it later said were removed because of a technical error.
Weird.
The Electronic Frontier Foundation, a digital rights watchdog, has warned that online suppression of abortion-related content appears to be increasing, and it's happening across almost every social media platform. Oh, great. That's sort of interesting. I remember there was this group of boneheads, idiots, who were really dominating the news cycle, like a couple years ago or something. They were like, ooh, we got these Twitter files. Oh, man. They're censoring crap. That's not right, man. Weirdly, none of those boogers, people call them, I would never say that. None of these nefarious little turds, weirdos, seem to have anything to say about this. Weird. Social media censoring a bunch of people for stuff they should be allowed to say. Oh, nothing to say about this one. Oh, wow.
Weird.
I've got to say, I've interviewed you many times. I think this has been our best interview. And the fact it moves you so
Thank
much.
God,
It says
man.
it all. If you didn't genuinely care, you wouldn't get emotional talking about it.
Okay, right.
Just seeing this, it's malaise. It's
Don't
also
do it, man. Oh, boy.
overwhelming.
Waterworks, man.
Well, many evangelists, but for us all, Dr. Jordan Peterson, author of the best-selling We Who Wrestle with God,
Right.
co-founder of the Peterson Academy, rejoins me now. Jordan, great to see you.
And now Peterson joins me, and he's ready to turn on the sprinklers. Talking about crying. He's ready to do one of these. Out of his eyes. Okay, wow, I can't believe this guy is still a thing, but Piers Morgan is a view man. He's a viewman.
He's a bit of a viewman.
And this already has 250,000 views in just a couple hours.
Whoa, not bad. This is news, because it got views.
Trivial manner. It's like with the truth, for example. Why is the truth an adventure?
I have no idea.
Because if you're going to say what you believe to be true, you have to sacrifice the outcome.
Whoa.
Right? You can't use your words instrumentally in a manipulative way. You have to say what you think is the case, and then you have to let the cards fall wherever the hell they're going to.
Don't point
and
at
that
me
can
like
be
that.
a real mess, but it's unbelievably exciting because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, and we know in the West, at least we knew that the truth is what sets you free, and that the world of proper order is founded on the truth. And there's terrible risk in that, as everyone who's tried to tell the truth under difficult circumstance comes to understand. But the payoff
Absolutely,
is
man.
that you turn
boy,
towards the truth, and you turn
Waterworks is
towards
coming, man.
responsibility. Like, why wouldn't you?
I feel those eyes wetting up. Easy, man.
It's also the way, man, it makes you more confident. It makes you more trustworthy. It makes you a better partner. It makes you far more attractive to women.
Whoa.
At least women with any sense. You know,
Hey.
they can be.
I like women, not men. I've been in bed with probably 300 women.
All right, man. Then we get it.
And why does that make me emotional? Well, because I've seen the spread
love-
of the suffering
you love
and
crying.
the consequence of its rectification.
Okay, well, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this came up on my recommended, whatever the hell that is. Massive views, as always, from Piers, you know, and this guy's crying on there the whole time, crying. His eyes are going like this. But over and over again in this interview, he's like, you got to say what you believe. You got to be allowed to say what you believe, and you got to stand up for what you believe. And people who try to stop you from doing that are creeps and idiots. But, you know, as I've just been reading the whole time, we probably got one of the biggest censorship stories in, you know, my lifetime, probably. And if you go check Jordan Peterson's Twitter, he's on the opposite side of it, totally, completely. You gotta stand up for what you believe in, what you know to be true. You gotta stand up for what you believe in and what you know is true. These young people, especially. Oh, also, he says in this interview, also, it'll get you babes, lots of babes.
Whoa, Jordy, calm down, man. No.
You gotta stand up for what you believe and what the truth is and what is right, unless that is the Daily Wire pays me to say the opposite. But on the bright side, I don't think younger people are buying this, and they're definitely not watching Piers Morgan because it's filled with idiots and lunatics, who are also very boring.
Well, guys, there we go, an absolute another one.
An absolute banger, wow, of another one. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is a day we can deal with. It's like that The Cure song. What did that stupid guy say? Friday, I'm in love. He was in love with Friday. Wednesday, I think he said, could shut up. Wednesday is
Weird.
That's what he said in that The Cure song, you know, from 30 years ago. But anyway, guys, hope you're doing great. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Monday, I don't give a rat's ass. Oh, whoa, I think that's from that Cure song. But he liked Friday, and I liked Friday. And you know what else I like? Subscribing on Patreon.com. Patreon. Wait, how do I say it? Subscribe on Patreon. Subscribe. Subscribe on Patreon if you want to get every episode. Oh, whoa, I just forgot. You're missing episodes. I just remembered the fact that you're missing episodes every single week. Why are you doing that? Whoa, why are you doing that? Don't do that. Oh, are you crazy, man? Don't do that. Stop doing that. And if you want to stop doing that, subscribe on Patreon. All you got to do is click the link in the description. It'll take you right there. It's stunningly easy. It's disgustingly easy. For as little as $2 per month, you support the show for $2 a month? That's ridiculous. Anyway, I got to get the hell out of here because I got a lot going on in my life. And my social life is very active. I got a lot going on, so I got to get the hell out of here. Bye.
Go ahead, guess. There's also a comment underneath this video that actually dares Shane to have sex with muffins in the next video. So I suppose he does have an excuse for whatever the hell he did because, oh, it was a dare. Ooh. Now, after posting this nasty-ass video, he made a blog post saying that he counted over 200 comments that were asking if he was a virgin. And I must mention that during this era, Shane actually talked a lot about being a virgin and saving himself for marriage due to religious values. And this is honestly very weird to me because he seems to use it as a gateway to ask his underage fans if they've had sex. In this post, he writes, I don't in any means want to be the next Jonas and wear a fucking ring about it, but I do think it's important to spread good morals, especially in this day and age where 13-year-olds are blowing guys for Twilight tickets. So here's my question to you. Are you a virgin? And if so, is it because you have the same morals as me? If not, it's okay. Don't be ashamed. I just want to know if I'm the only crazy one out here. Ha ha. Okay, first of all, why even say that thing about the 13-year-olds in Twilight? I swear to God, in the 2000s, men would jump through freaking hoops. They would jump over the fucking Hoover Dam if they could, just for an opportunity to sexualize young girls, or just bring up to them in any capacity. Like this whole thing about the 13-year-olds in the Twilight tickets, there is no such instance of that happening. He's just making this up out of his own twisted delusion. A random ass example that I can think of right now, just off the top of my head, that I'm sure Shane would love, is when Lindsay Lohan was on SNL dressed as a Hermione Granger when she was 17 years old, because like, sure, why the hell not? Not only is Lindsay underage and we're talking about her growing up and being sexy, but also Hermione in the book is underage, and also the actress playing her, Emma Watson, was underage. It's like the teenage girl to bringing up sex pipeline wasn't as real, okay? But let's move on, okay? I'm ranting. 2009, or as I like to call it, the year of the Shanae. If you don't know about Shanae, congratulations, because you have lived a more peaceful existence than I.
And she's not a beast. Her name is Shanae.
She is a character that Shane has played in hundreds of videos.
So as you guys know, I am Shanae, and this is my homegirl, black as shit.
And it's not a stretch to say that she is Shane's most awful racist magnum opus. Now, a lot of people speculate that Shane shoplifted the name Shanae from a popular show in the 90s called Martin, because in it, Martin Lawrence plays a reoccurring character that's name is also literally Shanae, just spelled differently.
What do you want, Shanae?
Oh my goodness. If it isn't Little Miss Attitude, why are you always over here? I mean, don't you have a bag?
And interestingly enough, although Martin Lawrence is a black comedian, his Shanae has received criticism for reinforcing the ghetto black girl caricature. And I bring this up not because it's for me to determine whether or not it was wrong for him to do this character. I've never even seen the show. But if a man that is black himself is being told by anyone like, hey, maybe this isn't good for black women, maybe it's kind of harmful. Imagine this white-ass MF Shane Dawson being inspired to do the same thing, except 1,000 times worse and not funny.
As you guys know, I'm Shanae, and this is my homegirl, black as shit.
Also, apparently, Shanae is an extremely rare name to have. I read that it's estimated 14 people might have this name in the United States, which is crazy because if you're following me, this means that Martin Lawrence accidentally passed a metaphorical Shanae football to Shane Dawson, and then Shane pioneered Shanae to become a name that is almost always said in a derogatory manner now. And this character existing and being shown to a young audience is just so bad because Shanae is really just like the worst nuclear combo of both the Sapphire and Jezebel racist tropes. If you don't know, the Sapphire archetype characterizes black women as aggressive, rude, stubborn, and domineering.
Thank you so much, Tyra! Hold up! You telling me this chicken head ass bitch won over me? Yes. Okay then, you're about to become America's next top ass bitch. What? Give me your damn crown.
Whereas the Jezebel characterizes black women as hypersexual, promiscuous, and having a lack of self-control.
If I wanted to watch a flat-chested bitch wearing clown makeup masturbate herself for 2 hours, I would just stare in the mirror on a Friday night.
These stereotypes are literally derived from slavery. And on top of that, there was just a general gag that Shanae is stupid. There was a lot to unpack with that, and probably a lot that I'm missing. But let's talk about the first video that she appeared in, which is titled DMV. This is a skit where Shane plays as a new driver taking his driver's test, and Shanae is his instructor.
The fuck you looking at? What? No, homie, I'm just playing. You white people get so scared so quick.
And listen, this is important, okay? Shane asks her if she's white, and in response, she says,
aren't you white? I'm light-skinned. Like Van Diesel.
So if it wasn't already incredibly obvious that he is pretending to be a black person, I mean, there you go. Also, I looked up what race Vin Diesel is just out of curiosity and found out that he identifies as racially ambiguous. So I guess we'll never know the true answer to that. Kind of interesting. Fun fact. I don't know. I've never heard anyone answer a question like that before. Anyways, another thing that Shane loves to do is to use Shanae as a vehicle for even more racism. For example, if you take a look at the second video that she appears in, which is titled 911, she plays a 911 operator that is picking up the phone answering a call from a guy who is dying on the floor.
Oh, hey girl. No, I ain't busy. No, I quit that bullshit. Crack Donald's? Hell no. Minimum wage? Do I look like a minimum wage type girl to you? Oh, just a second. 911. I think I'm dying. Oh no, hold on. Don't look into the light, please.
But she tells him that she can't help him because she was playing bumper cars with ambulances all night last night, which led to all of them being destroyed. Shanae describes it like this.
It was crazy. You know, it was kind of like a carnival, you know, except there was no dirty ass Mexicans pressing a bunch of buttons that they don't know how to press.
I don't know, it's just kind of interesting that it appears to be so funny to make fun of everyone else's race. Meanwhile, Shane's over here just being white, not saying anything about being white, just saying. It's just so like, there's no defending it. This isn't like fucking South Park or something where everyone is just under fire. Not very many comments would load underneath this video on the Wayback Machine, but there was one written by a kid that says, "What the hell? I am Mexican and I usually love your videos, but now now I am offended. Okay, first of all, I'm telling you this as a Mexican, okay? It's kind of funny that this child was okay with all the other racism, but then was like, hey, what the hell? Now you're talking about me. Okay? Second of all, like, if a child in your audience is telling you, hey, that's too far, you might want to reconsider how awful your judgment is. Then, in an even more criminally offensive video titled Ghetto Girl Makeup Tips, Shanae has this to say about Asian girls.
I saw these videos of these Asian trying to do makeup and trying to show people how to do makeup. And you know what? I ain't racist. I ain't trying to be racist, but all I'm saying is stick to what they know. And what they need to be doing is making videos about how to give good blowjobs and give good nails.
Then has the gall to go, that was kind of racist, wasn't it?
That was kind of racist, wasn't it? I didn't mean it to be. Oops. Whatever, I already said it, can't take it back.
And what's probably the worst part of this video comes at the very end, because we're used to a black scent by now, but Shane/Shanae does an even more egregious version of that is somehow more racist than the original.
So now that we is done with the makeup, why don't you leave me a comment or a video response telling me what else you want me to do?
And unfortunately for any of the Shane Dawson fans out there, this is genuinely his perception of people of color, because he has said it outright many times that this was him acting black.
Now I'm gonna put this wig on and act like a black person. You better f***ing laugh. Okay, I'll laugh. My name's Shanae. I found a pubic hair in my foot.
It also shouldn't surprise you that Shanae is a huge fan of saying the N-word. Now, there's many examples of this, but here's an interesting one where she keeps throwing it around in front of Josh Peck, of all people.
Wait, are you saying Oprah doesn't say the N-word?
You think she does?
Yes.
Oh,
when,
hell yeah.
when Gail's down there eating around, she's like, nigga, get it! Nigga, get that pussy, nigga! And then she's like, stand me, go away, I don't need you, nigga!
And I know what you're thinking. Why was Josh Peck anywhere near the vicinity of a Shane Dawson video? Well, apparently, he was promoting his new movie called Red Dawn.
Go check out Red Dawn, November 21st.
Red Dawn. That's like this one time I was on my period, and this guy was like, don't worry, baby, it doesn't bother me. It just tastes like a new penny. That's my favorite taste. And I was like, I still gotta get my tickets to go see Red Dawn.
And I can't really understand the logic of advertising your film in a video with a guy saying the N-word and also saying that he has AIDS.
That'd be like if a doctor's like, you have AIDS, and I'm like, oh, I know. I've had the test 10 times. I know.
And by the way, for all those curious like me, Red Dawn was a movie starring Chris Evans and Josh Hutcherson. I know. And it has a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. So all I have to say is, was the association with Shanae really worth it?
So there you go. That was me making Josh Peck extremely uncomfortable. You're welcome.
So as you've probably noticed by now, Shanae has a very distinctive look. Like, it is very dumb, but it is also very identifiable. So around this time, there were plenty of people making videos that were referencing her, making parody videos, and even makeup tutorials. Her popularity even escalated to a point where Shane did live performances as Shanae. For instance, at U-Tour in 2011. And I mean, historically speaking, getting up on a stage, even if it's not a literal stage, which in this case it is, if you are, air quotes, acting black like this in front of others for their entertainment, that is minstrel. And just because he didn't do blackface for this character doesn't really change that. Plus, this fucking guy does blackface all the time. But we'll definitely address that more in the future because we got a lot of bullshit to go through with this guy. My point is, though, is that it's truly bizarre how Shane did what is basically a modern day minstrel for children. Literally targeted to them.
What are you here to say?
Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson! What are you here to say?
Shane Dawson!
Oh, I must have came to the Shane Dawson line.
This This is why it's really not that surprising to find out that Shanae's popularity caused black kids to be on the receiving end of bullying. I found several Reddit threads and YouTube videos from black women saying that they were called Shanae by Shane Dawson fans. For example, this girl felt like no matter what she did or said, her white peers would always boil it down to her acting like Shanae.
It just felt like no matter what I did, whether it was dive into musical theater or doing my writing or doing whatever, none of that mattered, because if I spoke up and said, hey, I don't like that, or I was angry, or I didn't like something, I was ghetto and aggressive like Shanae. If I had 2 celebrity crushes, or I liked 2 guys at once, people would be like, yeah, you're gonna have 10 kids like Shanae, you're gonna, you know, and it's like, wow, like all these other girls can behave and do things in a certain way, and I can't because I have to prove these stereotypes don't apply to me. I can't because if I do this, then I'm just another angry black girl. Like, that's not okay. And I was 10. So while I'm 10, going through puberty and not understanding how the real world works, I'm internalizing all this hate.
And I really can't imagine how awful that was to deal with every day, especially knowing that his channel was only getting more and more popular. This character truly lands in like the worst area possible because the kids watching understand enough that Shane is supposedly acting like a, air quotes, black person, but simultaneously see it as a joke that is not causing any actual harm. So much so that they're saying it to their peers all the time. Why? Because their hero says this so nonchalantly. In fact, he's so not chalant about it that he also copyrighted the Shanae name this year.
By the way, if you see me out in public, stop telling your parents, oh look, it's that creepy guy on the internet that I watch. That gets me arrested.
Sadly and unfortunately, I feel like I've said unfortunately 1,000 times in this video because it just keeps getting worse. Okay, Shanae was the first of many, many other characters. So many, in fact, that Shane created his own series for them called Shane and Friends. Not to be confused with the Shane and Friends podcast, which is a whole nother chapter worth of information. No. This Shane and Friends was a monthly show to show his multiverse of characters that he created.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to episode 2 of Shane and Friends, the show I do once a month while the characters have their own little segment.
And each of these videos began with this incredibly annoying intro song, accompanied with a grotesque animation of Shane rubbing his nipples.
You're watching Shane Dawson and Friends, where the excitement never ends. So open your ears, sit down and relax, or Shanae will bust a f***ing cap in your ass.
And aside from that theme song, each individual character also has their theme song, which are all, of course, equally as bad. But here's the fuck of it all, okay? Apparently, all of these songs were written and performed by Charlie Puth.
Got a load of advice from Shane and Friends. Hit the thumbs up button, or Shanae will fucking kill you.
Yeah, Charlie fucking Puth. What? And you know, I knew nothing about this man other than his name sounding incredibly familiar to me. So if you don't know who he is either, he is the guy that sings When I See You Again, the Fast and the Furious song. Also, this other song that makes me want to I can't even say it, but you know what I'm talking about. I just want to end it all when I hear this song, because it used to play 20 times at my job at Albertsons. It's the one that goes, we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. You know what I mean now. You get it. You get it. You could say I am not a fan, but I did give it my all to figure out how the hell Shane knew him or what they could possibly have in common, and I came up with nada. But in that process, I did accidentally find out that Charlie Puth is a piece of shit. If you'll indulge me, if you'll walk with me and talk with me for 30 extra seconds here. Firstly, people complain that Charlie Puth is constantly bragging about having perfect pitch.
So this is a G.
Secondly, he did a Genius interview where he acts super annoyed that Selena Gomez wouldn't have sex with him.
We would be talking in the hotel. She'd be like, "You want to sleep over?" I'd be like, "Yes, I'm gonna get it in." And then nothing would happen, which is totally fine. But after like the 5th time of that happening, I knew what she was doing, trying to make me so embedded to her that like I would never leave her. I would never get what I wanted out of her. So she was doing that repeatedly just to get something out of me.
So now that I think about it, perhaps that actually does solve the mystery as to why he would ever want to work with Shane Dawson. Birds of a creepy feather stick together. Now, the animation for Shane and Friends was created by a guy named Cybertoons, whom has not posted in 13 years. So it seems this was his one and only contribution to media, unfortunately. I mean, let's just say I'm happy things don't look like this anymore. This is like a Bitmoji, but worse. Anyways, though, Shane and Friends pisses me off for a variety of reasons. But a huge one is that none of them are titled Shane and Friends Episode 1 or Shane and Friends Episode 2. They all just have random-ass clickbait titles like A Lady Gaga Holiday or Make Your Ugly Friend Hot. So hunting down these episodes gave me a couple gray hairs. But let's take a look at some of Shane's more noteworthy characters. Starting with this guy called Ned the Nerd, who is probably the least offensive character on this roster, but that's not saying that much because he's still racist somehow. He is just simply involved with less racist and PDF file jokes. So thank God for that, I guess. One of the first episodes I saw him in, he talks about meeting Steve Urkel at the mall, but then being disappointed that he was black.
Then when I was 14, I wanted to meet my hero, Steve Urkel, at the mall. And when I did, I found out he wasn't even a nerd. And he was really black.
Like, did you watch the show? But characteristically, okay, he is the nerd trope.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to Ned's Nerd World, a show where I'll be talking about everything nerdy.
He has tape on his glasses, he looks like an emoji, and he has a high-pitched voice.
And chat to girls live on the computer. And you know on computers, nerds are king.
The only sort of unexpected element about him is that he has the tendency for pent-up rage and violence.
Well, I can't beat the shit out of you with the baseball bat and piss on your face while you're bleeding to death. What?
And for whatever reason, Ned eventually got his own show, which was called Ned's Nerd World.
Ned's Nerd World, Ned's Nerd World. It's time to get techie in Ned's World.
In these Ned the Nerd segments, he's typically reviewing new tech. And in his very first episode, he reviews this Panda speaker thing called Magic Panda.
Today I'm going to be reviewing Magic Panda. Hello, Panda.
Which predicts the future of whomever is holding it.
This little baby's psychic. You ask it a question, and it knows the answer. Let's try a few testers, shall we?
And so, Magic Panda tells Ned that he's going to be obese, homeless, and living on a bike.
A bike? I don't even know how to ride a bike.
You'll learn! This causes him to brutally destroy Panda beyond recognition and receive a review of 0 out of 5 stars.
I give that motherfucker 0 out of 5 stars.
Each episode of the show would begin with him discussing pretty innocuous topics, but then quickly spiral into a gruesome tale about how his life sucks. And each of these stories is depicted in this uncanny flash animation style that I can only describe as looks like mess. So the very first episode is on the topic superheroes and how he wished that superpowers were real so that he could have gotten away from bullies at school and his dad, you know, as told through these methy, violent illustrations.
I'd come home all bloody and sad. And my dad would say, "Man up!" And then I'd cry myself to sleep.
The video then ends with Ned saying that he's gonna go stick his finger down his throat now.
Someone please develop superpowers so I can escape my life. Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom and make myself vomit because I've decided I'm fat and that's why women don't like me. Bye!
I've done some psychoanalyzing on this character because sure, what the hell, why not? And I've determined that Ned the Nerd is the character that Shane bases his life on the most because it just checks a lot of boxes on his actual experiences, like having an eating disorder, having bullies and an abusive dad, having weird relationships with his pets.
Charlie, who wants peanut butter? Hey, if you don't eat your dinner, you won't get dessert.
All things that Shane would eventually discuss publicly. But perhaps, and most pathetically, the things that they have the most in common are being racist and perpetually victimizing themselves, no matter what they do or say.
I've never had anything I've ever wanted in my entire life. When I was born, I wanted to be a girl, but that didn't happen. And now that I'm older, I want girls, but that doesn't happen. I just really want a BlackBerry Curve because it sounds like something fucking awesome I'll never have. Just like women or cars or Steve Urkel. And I want them so bad. But I'll wake up every morning with the realization that I'm still a nerd and I'll never get them. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and cry.
Another little detail about these videos is that Hedwig from Harry Potter is his sidekick.
Hello, citizens. I don't know about you, but me and Hedwig here live in a very dangerous neighborhood. All right, let's just load up the old laptop, right, Hedwig?
It's unfunny and it makes no sense, but my hypothesis is that he includes her because he canonically hates Harry Potter.
Rule number 5, don't join the Harry Potter club or Jock will shove a Quidditch stick up your butt. I specifically told him, I said, hey, do you hate Harry Potter? And he said, yeah, I hate that gay. And I said, great, come on over. They're talking about Harry Potter. He's going to say, I want to go to Harry Potter World. That's what he's going to say.
I got that Hufflepuff flow. We love friendship and playing in the snow.
But in the end, as per Shane and Friends, Shane Dawson lore, none of Ned's story really matters because in the end, his life is tragically cut short when he gets murdered by Shanae because he tried to be in a threesome with her and another character called SDZ.
So I guess this is it? You know what I want to do before I die. I can take a wild guess. Can I join?
Oh yes, that brings us to this motherfucker, SDZ.
Yo, welcome to the G-Spot with me, SDZ.
He, of course, also has his own theme song.
SDZ's G-Spot. Better take his advice or your ass will get shot.
And I genuinely do not even know where to begin with this guy. So let me have a self-proclaimed Dawson or explain it to you. SDZ is one of Shane Dawson's characters who is interpreted as a sex addict that cannot be around / think about an attractive woman without coming. He often talks about sex or masturbation. In his part of Shane Dawson and Friends, he'll have an attractive woman as a guest and refer to the woman as a bitch and always ends up coming in the end and yelling out a Pokemon. The woman will either say something around the lines of, DZ, did you just come? And then he'll shoot her. You heard that straight from the Dawson horse's mouth. SDZ is basically a black-scenting psychopathic gooner. Yeah, it's very much a concept. It's a concept. And an essential part of SDZ's lore that I found on a deleted Shane wiki page is that SDZ is secretly in love with Shanae. And we know this because he's the only one that he doesn't call bitch. How very romantic. This wiki also says that it has been revealed that his real name is Stanley. And I hope we can all acknowledge and have a moment of silence for whoever took the time to write that out and reveal it as if it was top secret information. SDZ was actually kind of ahead of his time in terms of misogyny because he says things as a joke that are now unironically and unabashedly said by people like Andrew Tate or like the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Today's episode is about how to treat a woman right during dinner because it's not about have sex all the time, right?
I mean, banging hoes is fine, but there comes a point where you're going to want something more than that. So if you're going to truly succeed with women, you need to, okay, sleep with a lot of them, but you also need to get that deeper connection with women where it gets to the point where you can say, you know what, babe, I'm going to jail 6 years for locking me up, and she'll visit every week.
Like, his whole slogan is better man, better lover, and better motherfucker. Sorry, I know you hate to hear it out of my mouth. I hate to hear it out of my mouth.
Man, this show is all about teaching you how to be a better man, a better lover, and an all-around better motherfucker like myself.
But here is SDZ's advice for how to pick up a bitch in a bar.
So in this episode, I'm gonna teach you how to pick up a bitch in a bar. Man, this one's easy. You just walk up to that bitch and you like, yo, bitch, I like your titties, suck my dick. You want a drizang?
But then his producer tells SDZ that he actually found a girl to practice this on.
Yo, man, when I told you to find a bitch, I didn't really think he was gonna find one, but yeah, man, bring her in though. Yeah, that's cool. More the merrier, right?
And DZ is embarrassed because he doesn't know how to talk to women without being a piece of shit.
Hey, SDZ. I am such a huge fan.
You is? I mean, yo, man, of course you is. Every bitch wants a piece of the dick.
Then, in classic DZ fashion, the moment she indulges him, he comes in his pants and he yells out a Pokemon. This time, it's Pikachu.
Yo, bitch, you want me to buy you a drizang?
I would love that.
Oh, Pikachu!
She confronts him about this, and then, as per stated in the Shane Dawson wiki, he shoots her.
Oh my god. Did you just...
What? No, man. No. Man, you was all like, whoo, and I was like, and
Like the Dawson Horror fan said, this is his typical formula. He brings a girl guest on, he objectifies them and women as a whole, he yells the name of a Pokemon, and then he shoots them. Like, on paper, it might just sound like a normal average Shane joke, but there's something disturbing about the amount of women that he kills in this series. Like, there was just something very gross about it, and Shane actually has a real pattern of showing violence towards women, like, just as a joke in his videos. We'll get more to that later. Anyways, in the second episode of Shane and Friends, the woman that he invites onto the show this time is played by his then-girlfriend, Lisa.
So I found a really classy bitch on Craigslist.com. Bring her out. Yo, this is Daphne. She's a stripper, but she's in school to be a Scientologist.
And in the context of this segment, as someone watching, naturally I do not understand why she came on the show, because he is known as the Craigslist killer.
But this week it's just gonna be sexy old me. Mainly because Channel 9 News called me the Craigslist killer, and no ladies want to come by anymore.
This date with Lisa does not last very long because she calls him the nicest gentleman she's ever met, prompting him to come again and yell Squirtle.
A guy like you is so rare these days, DZ. You are a real gentleman. What's wrong, DZ? DZ?
Oh, Squirtle! How the fuck did I come from being called a gentleman?
And might I add, on top of this all, there is something oddly pornographic about these skits. Like, the dialogue actually feels like it was just abducted from a actual script.
Did you just... DZ? I am disgusted with you. How dare you ejaculate in front of me and before dinner?
Again, really weird to be presenting to children, but I digress. Then, of course, he kills her.
I don't need you.
However, SDZ's last appearance on Shane and Friends, according to this wiki, is in an episode called Nuns Gone Wild.
Now, on today's show, I want to keep it super clean and super dry. So I invited my first grade teacher, Sister Mary Teresa.
Hello, DZ. And hello to all you poor, misguided children out there on the internet.
And it is the only time where, shocking, he does not kill someone. Although he does still. And if you're wondering what the Pokemon was that time, it was Dragonite.
Oh, Dragonite!
Daisy! Did you just procreate in your pants?
Then the episode ends with him attempting to kill a nun, but actually accidentally shooting himself.
Sorry, Jesus.
Check the safety.
Oh.
Don't ever fuck with Jesus!
And I am truly fascinated with the comments underneath this video. The audience is truly invested. One of them reads, "Don't try to shoot one of Jesus's women. You'll fuck yourself up. Fuck, man. SDZ's dead. Someone kill that bitch." And some of these people were just confused, writing, "That was just... wow. Interesting." In the end, though, Couch Patrol 001 is the only person that gets me. Not cool, dude. But get this, listen, okay? This is the most bizarre part of STZ lore. This is actually insane, okay? He later became an actual canonical character on Total Drama Island. No, I'm not kidding. On the Total Drama Island wiki, he was in an episode called Beginner's Luck Part 1, and on the Total Drama Island wiki, it specifically credits Shane Dawson as the creator of this character.
So guys, how did you...
Huh? Was that SDZ?
SDZ, what are you doing? Chris told us to get to the finish line, but he didn't say how. Wobble!
And look, I don't want to throw Total Drama Island under the bus. I remember watching that and thinking it was funny as hell, but there was somebody in that writer's room that deserves to get their computer confiscated. But the next character on our roster is Shane's mom. Here's her theme song.
If your life is a major bomb, get some wisdom from Shane's mom.
Shane's mom is depicted as a deadbeat alcoholic mother who is constantly embarrassing Shane and giving him terrible advice.
And I wasn't exactly what you would call popular. Actually, I was usually called fat, stupid, unattractive, creepy, serial killer-ish. Okay, Mom, you need to stop interrupting my videos.
So naturally, her segments are about giving that terrible life advice to Shane's viewers.
It's important to give those who fuck with you a taste of their own medicine. For my medicine, I like to take a towel and shove it in my vagina. And then I do some Kegel squeezes and fill it up with my woman juices. See you later.
Her early depictions are especially disturbing. Like, there's a Shane and Friends video titled Birds and the Bees. And in it, she teaches Shane how to have sex and basically shows him how to rape someone.
This was explained to me in a lot of different ways. My mom tried to explain it to me, but she just made everything extremely awkward and uncomfortable.
Okay, honey, let's just pretend that this is you and this is your girlfriend. So this is how it goes, basically. I've never done this before, but I guess. Ow, it kind of hurts. I feel like oh my God, I can't feel anything. I'm all over the place. I don't care. I'm gonna make you forget everything, you little bitch. I'm gonna fuck your ass.
And when you think about who she's talking to and how many of his viewers looked up to him, some of which possibly even learned about sex or what sex really was from this video, it is beyond disgusting. You know, shockingly, this is hardly even worth mentioning, I feel. It is a given, but Shane's mom is also horribly, horribly racist.
See? Black girls are good for more than just doing hair and getting pregnant. They're good at making me laugh. And they have really thick heads.
She's terrible. Let's move on. Then there's Aunt Hilda, another member of Shane's family. And she is canonically Jewish.
And I know what you're thinking. Hilda, aren't you Jewish? Why are you celebrating Easter? I don't know.
Which of course means there's gonna be a lot of jokes about that.
Just because I'm a Jew doesn't mean I'm cheap. This shirt costs $3. Yeah, 3.
Very original. Aunt Hilda had her own kitchen set on Shane and Friends, which feels kind of reminiscent of infomercials that you would see as a kid.
At Hilda's Home and Garden Show,
And just like Shane's mom, she is also an uncanny parental figure. But instead, this time, instead of just sitting around being an alcoholic, she's showing you how to cook and make things. An example of her life advice is how to give your plants some TLC.
Oh, hi, little drunken mistakes. Today I'm going to show you how to make your plants go from this to this. All you need to do is show these babies a little TLC.
Which, by TLC, she does not mean tender love and care. Instead, she's talking about this.
No, not tender love and care, you pussy fag. Tequila, limes, and crap.
Know this? Aunt Hilda loves the F-bomb, which is probably the direct result of Shane having some sort of biphobia towards himself, but it doesn't make it any less unpleasant to hear in such a derogatory way. And then in episode 2, she teaches the audience how to make a cookie in the shape of a penis.
So today we're gonna make cookies. Now, a lot of people like to cut their cookies into things like hearts or stars or horseshoes or other gay shit like that. I like to use something that really makes my mouth water. A penis!
After which, you know she's got to tell you what she wants to do with it.
Our penis is ready. Take a look at that dick. Damn. If I was a cookie woman, I'd shove it in my cookie vagina and fuck the shit out of it.
But besides Aunt Hilda having her own segment on Shane and Friends, she was in a lot of Shane's early sketches and parody videos. For example, this TGIF Katy Perry parody. There is a lot wrong with this music video, but to start with just a few of a billion examples, Shane, as Aunt Hilda, sexualizes Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment on a poster.
Pin the penis on the whore.
Which you may or may not know is actually a recurring theme for Shane. But second of all, Shane is also racist to the Chocolate Rain guy in this music video.
Telling racist jokes all night last Sunday night.
Which is just not okay. Do not speak ill of Chocolate Rain. Ever. And the video ends by zooming into a girl's skirt as she jumps in the air, and it's just so creepy. And I don't even know like how old this person is. I don't know who they are, so I'm not gonna show it to you. You just have to take my word for it. But unfortunately, the Aunt Hilda parody pipeline gets much darker because she also stars in a parody music video titled The One That Turned You Gay, which if you were sentient in the 2010s, you're probably aware was a parody of The One That Got Away by Katy Perry.
And now they're gonna say I was the one that turned you gay.
But the whole premise of this video is that she walks in on Shane kissing a guy as a dare.
Now I dare you guys to kiss.
Come on, bitch tits, just make out with that dude.
Do it, 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 do it,
Fuck it.
do it, do it.
Oh! I didn't see it.
And is so shocked that she begins reminiscing and ruminating on the past.
You used to come to my house and visit me. I'd let you play with Barbies and then we'd bake cookies.
And these flashbacks pretty much kind of insinuate on the molesting Shane, which is already uncomfortable enough, given the fact that, okay, first of all, that is a really offensive stereotype. One that only makes it harder for the percentage of queer people that have actually been assaulted to feel uncomfortable and have a harder time grappling with that whole pain of it all. But that whole issue became the least of my concern as the video quickly escalated into being a Mount Everest of inappropriate, because there is an actual child involved that plays young Shane.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the behind the scenes of the music video, The One That Turned You Gay, starring Aunt Hilda, me, a little kid, and a bunch of strippers.
And he is put into some very compromising positions. I don't even want to say this, and I certainly won't be showing it to you, but Shane, as Aunt Hilda, puts an inappropriately shaped cake in his mouth. It's like, it's so gross. It's so uncomfortable. It feels voyeuristic. Like, It almost feels like it is designed for like a PDF files viewing. Like I would love to like Mr. Krabs retract, like VCR that out of my mind. Of course there's more though somehow. This poor kid gets tossed into the arms of like half-naked male strippers.
Awesome, man. Stoked.
A lot of people are going to see my penis.
The bulge.
Whoa. Oh, I thought we were getting really. I thought we were getting naked.
Yeah.
Oh wow. We were shooting that video over that 12-year-olds. Is that 12-year-old appropriate? What we said? Oh, it is.
So that's also disturbing, and it makes you wonder who the hell let their kids be around this dude. Even little kids in the comment section are asking this question. How did they get that kid's mom to let he do that stuff? Okay, so think about it. Again, if a kid is critiquing your judgment, really roll it back.
Now, I invited a bunch of kids because as of today, the judge no longer thinks I need to stay at least 50 feet away from them at all times. Stupid judge.
But in the end, this video resolves when Aunt Hilda apologizes for reacting so shocked when she found out that he was gay.
When I walked
Stock market is rebounding big time, so everything is good. This, to me, unironically spells disorder. Like the very fact that Donald Trump threatened to do the nuclear option and then only scaled it back to like a smaller nuke instead directed at China, and people are like, no, everything is fixed now. Everything is fixed is so fucking stupid. Stocks down, so savings are getting crushed. Bond yields surging, so America needs to pay more interest on its debt. Dollar down, so everything the U.S. buys abroad is more expensive on top of the tariffs. Massive tariffs, which are a huge additional tax on Americans, further eating away at their spending power. American companies see surging costs and more difficulty doing business abroad with the retaliatory measures and boycotts. All for what? So Americans can start making socks instead of Bangladeshi workers, so the U.S. government can raise more money to fund an already insanely bloated military-industrial complex? Absolutely senseless. This was the analysis last night. So much winning, Mr. President. We're winning so much. Where things stand, 1 week after Liberation Day, tariffs on China will go to 125% from 104% on Wednesday and from 20% on Tuesday. Tariffs on all the countries except Russia, North Korea, and Belarus will be at 10% for the next 90 days. Tariffs on steel and aluminum are 25%. Tariffs on imported cars are 25%. Canada and Mexico face tariffs of 25% on goods that aren't eligible for USMCA. I don't understand how people are looking at the situation and going, no, this is good. This is actually a good thing, I promise. Let's see what Fox News said, though. Now that we covered this extensively, let's take a look at what Fox News is saying about this beautiful rebounding of the market. Masterful gambit time.
Statement regarding his America First trade plan. As you all know, the president just put out a statement announcing an additional tariff on China. The tariff on China will now go up to 125% because China imprudently decided to retaliate against the United States. And as I said at the podium yesterday, when you punch at the United States of America, President Trump is going to punch back harder. In that same vein, we have had more than 75 countries from around the world reach out to President Trump and his team here at the White House to negotiate better trade.
You said, my dad said it's good and that he believes Trump has a plan but isn't explaining it well. No, here's the thing. There's a difference between me and your dad. I actually know what Trump's plan is, and I still think it's going to be a failure. Most of these people that think, oh no, things are going to get better right now, don't even understand what Trump's plan is in actuality. They're just literally reacting. They're playing catch up and basically repeating whatever Trump is saying, his administration is saying, or whatever they here on Fox News. And they're wrong, but they don't even understand why they're wrong. He's just trying to tackle trade deficits and decouple America from its largest trade partner and move manufacturing back here. And part of that is also obviously going to be devaluing the US dollar and trying to force other vassal states that have played ball with the global trade design that America has set up in perpetuity, that exploits the global south and allows American consumers to be the domineering force on the planet with its great purchasing power without actually building any sort of manufacturing any longer to go back and demand more from these people. It has virtually nothing to do with tariffs. That's not a real thing. No trade barriers. That's not a real thing either. And no, it's not Donald Trump doing this single-handedly. This is not Donald Trump's decision. This has been the American goal since Obama, since America realized that China was making major gains in manufacturing. Trump just is the guy who did it.
Deals for the American worker. We have been overwhelmed with the amount of requests from countries around the world. I'll let the Secretary speak to that. We will continue with the tailor-made negotiations that I spoke about yesterday. In the meantime, there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing, and the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff. The Secretary here has been a huge part of the President's trade team, of course, and will continue to lead these negotiations moving forward to look out for the American worker, which is always President Trump's goal. So I'll kick it over to our great Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent.
Good, thank you. And we saw the successful negotiating strategy that President Trump implemented a week ago today. It has brought more than 75 countries forward to negotiate. It took great courage for him to stay the course until this moment. And what we have ended up with here, as I told everyone a week ago,
this is literally them not staying the course. What do you mean he stayed the course? This is an announcement of not staying the course. I told you that he was just going to look at like any kind of initiative that these governments will say and chalk it up as a victory. That's precisely what happened. He's like, look at us, we did it. Major victory here. I'm not backing down from my insane from the ridiculous moves that I've been making. Yeah, all according to plan.
In this very spot, do not retaliate and you will be rewarded. So every country in the world who wants to come and negotiate, we are willing to hear you. We're going to go down to a 10% baseline tariff for them, and China will be raised to 125 due to their insistence on escalation.
Secretary, thank you for doing this. Let me ask you three quick things. For the sake of clarity, the markets are open. First of all, Mexico and China, are they part of this 10% universal?
Well, China.
Mexico and Canada. Are they part of the 10%?
Yes.
Okay. Second, given then that you have the rest of the world essentially calling it, it's not China, is this now just all about China?
Well, it's about bad actors. And what we will see is some of the very early countries are China's neighbors. We're going to see, I'm seeing Vietnam today, Japan's at the front of the queue, South Korea, India. So we will see. And as I've repeatedly said, and President Trump has been saying it for years, China is the most imbalanced economy in the history of the modern world, and they are the biggest source of the U.S. trade problems.
This is their own design, okay? I need you to understand something. When they say China is cheating, they are cheating. What they mean is China's manufacturing capabilities and its state-funded enterprise makes it so that it is impossible for other nations to compete with the price points that they to the price points that they fucking manufacture goods around the globe. That's what they're saying. They're saying that China is not operating by the rules that we designed, even though we unironically designed the rules so we could get cheap goods from China. They're beating us on their own on the game that we've designed. We set the rules, and they're beating us now within the structure, within the framework that we created, and we don't like that. It's fucked up.
And indeed, they are problems for the rest of the world, because what we've seen is that as the U.S. announced a tariff wall last week, many of those goods have already started flooding into Europe.
Raquel, go ahead.
A clarification on the pause. What happened to those countries who just had the 10% baseline tariffs, like Brazil and others? Are they still going to have this 90-day pause? Because you were saying that there will be a tariff of 10% for others. So what happens to those who just had 10%?
Yeah, that's going to remain.
And do you call this an embargo to China?
Pardon?
You call this an embargo to China, a trade embargo?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by the word embargo.
105% tariff, like, those, and then
It is an embargo. The difference between 84% tariffs versus 104% tariffs versus 124% tariffs is literally a trade embargo. It's been a trade embargo. You don't want to call it that, but that is what it is. Oh, what's an embargo? I don't know what that is.
Impose 84%. Isn't this an embargo?
Well, it's not. Look, it's China's decision that we have the deficit with them. They sell us almost 5 times what we sell them. So again, I think it's an own goal by China.
Mr. Secretary,
Mr. Secretary, with this, does this signal that you're confident that you're going to be able to strike a satisfactory deal with all these 75 nations that have approached you?
It signals that President Trump cares about trade and that we want to negotiate in good faith. And as I said, each one of these is going to be a separate, bespoke negotiation. So we are confident that, having seen the other side of where this could go, and it was like I said last week, the market didn't understand. Those were maximum levels. The countries can think about those levels as they come to us to bring down their tariffs, their non-tariff trade barriers. We're going to discuss currency manipulation, subsidy of labor and industry.
Told you. That's it. China is cheating because they subsidize their industry. They're cheating. Their products are too good and too affordable. Understand that is what they mean when they say China is cheating. Every person predisposed with political economy will openly say this without even recognizing the irony, because their worldview is so dogmatic.
So
their
funny, 'cause
worldview
cheating
is
to them
so
only means
hyper-capitalist.
we're
They're like, what do you
not working
mean?
in our
What?
interests.
What do you mean state-owned enterprise?
You're not
Like,
helping
no,
us,
you can't do
so
that.
you are
And no step of the way does anyone go, wait,
You're helping
what are we
yourself.
doing? And it's not like China is acting as though they're not doing this. They're like, yeah, we're a transitional socialist state. The state owns all of our enterprise. The state owns virtually everything. Sure, it still operates within this private sector where there's a market, yada yada yada. But ultimately, the state has desires or has initiatives in terms of global trade that they will that the private sector will follow through on.
Mr. Secretary, how much of this decision was driven by the bond market cratering overnight? What is happening to bonds? Is China
This SWAT conversion is what I think it is, man.
I have nothing that says that, and we actually had quite a good 10-year auction
SWAT's
today.
dog shit.
And all this was, again, this was driven by the president's strategy. He and I had a long talk on Sunday, and this was his strategy all along. And that, you might even say that he goaded China into a bad position. They responded. They have shown themselves to the world to be the bad actors, and we are willing to cooperate with our allies and with our trading partners who did not retaliate. It wasn't a hard message. Don't retaliate. Things will turn out well.
What's your message?
What do you mean? There's still tariffs. How can America claim to be the good actor in this situation? I can't believe China retaliated to our tariffs. They showed the world that they are bad actors. Breaking news, Donald Trump has announced a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs, increasing the tariffs on China to 125%. Today's a very special day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is a beautiful, spectacular day because it's a day of liberation. Trump has liberated us from the panicans by becoming a panican himself. Interesting things are happening in the world as global trade is put on a tailspin once again. That's right, the art of the deal, the art of the steal. Trump hits the panican button and reverses tariffs for some. Market madness continues. Donald Trump also last night said, be cool. It's a stick up. Be cool. In the escalating trade war, we're going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, pump it, pump it. Pump these stocks like you're pumping the stonks after Donald Trump gave a moment of clarity and a moment of breathing room to the global markets for a second. Stocks surge as Trump announces 90-day pause on some tariffs.
This is an ABC.
Also, 125% tariff on China is irrelevant, okay? Because once you hit like 30% tariffs or 40% tariffs on China, it's over. You've already severed ties with China in terms of trade. The difference between 85% tariffs on China and 125% tariffs on China is nothing. It's functionally a trade embargo. You know, you might as well say we're going to put 1,000,000% tariff on China. It's done. You are enforcing a trade embargo by way of tariffs.
C News special report.
Hi, I'm Diana Macedo. We're coming on the air because President Trump has announced a 90-day pause on tariffs against most nations while raising tariffs against China. The markets have jumped on the news right now. We're seeing the Dow up about 2,000 points. The president posted on social media saying, quote, based on the lack of respect that China has shown to the world markets, I'm hereby raising the tariff charge to China by the United States of America to 125%. Effective immediately. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. The president went on to say that based on the fact that more than 75 countries have reached out to the U.S. to negotiate, he is putting a 90-day pause on most other tariffs.
That's right. He folded. He folded. Some might say, excellent 5D chess move, Mr. President. He folded. Coward. He said, panicking. I'm panicking. I'm a panicking alert. I'm a panicanian myself. I folded. I folded.
Just a headline here. The president was asked about whether or not he was going to do a 90-day pause just days ago by our own Mary Bruce. He said at this time it was not something that he is considering. Now the president is going forward with that 90-day pause. For most of our trading partners, it will be at 10% for everyone else but China. China, the tariffs are now rising to 125%. The White House is insisting that 75 countries have come to the table, have reached out to this administration and the White House to continue these negotiations. It is very notable that China really not a part of those discussions right now. You see this tit for tat between the United States and China as this trade war between us and one of our largest trading partners is now escalating. But the bottom line here, Diane, the president is pulling back on some of those retaliatory tariffs that he initially announced just days ago, Diane.
This is exactly what people were asking for. The one thing that's sort of missing in all of this is the clarity.
Dude, I'm done. I'm done with the media. I'm done with Donald Trump. I'm done with the dumbass Americans. I think we deserve this destruction, okay? Because Donald Trump did the same thing he always does. He broke something. Everybody went, "What are you doing?" And then he turned around and was like, "I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing it." And then when push came to shove, he was like, "Okay, I won't break it any further. I'll break it only a little bit." And now everyone's like, "Brilliant chess move, Mr. President. What the f are we doing? What are we doing?" Oh, finally, a brief respite that everyone was demanding. Finally, the markets will breathe again. And it's like, dude, none of this had to happen. This has literally been the exact same thing that Trump did his first administration. He did it in this first tenure. Term one, he did this exact same shit. Term two, he's doing the exact same thing. And he's done it over and over again in the past 3 months. It is so psychotic. I cannot comprehend how these people are so delusional. How they have deluded themselves. I make a stupid decision, something really bad happens. I convince my followers the problem is now magically solved. I reverse my decision. I make a stupid decision again. It's that. This is what's happening. Yeah, biggest one-day gain for NASDAQ since 10/13/2008. This is why I hate the stock market. It is fake. It's bullshit. It's not real. Money is not real. Don't tell me the stock market is real, okay? It is so fake. It's the most fake shit of all time. That's why I kept stressing the importance that like your 401ks diminishing is consequential, certainly. But what is more important here is the potential for layoffs. It's an indicator of the economy getting worse because the stock market gains are privatized at the tippy top, but the losses are socialized. This is precisely the reason why when it's doing well, you're not necessarily doing great, okay? But when it's doing poorly, you will suffer. Yeah, this is the meme. I'm adding tariffs. This will create jobs. I'm removing tariffs. Art of the deal. I'm adding tariffs. This will create jobs. I'm removing tariffs. Art of the deal. I can't stand these people. I can't stand the stupidity of Trump supporters and Trump riders in the media that are constantly going, oh, the market's green again. It's just fucking stupid. Oh, we did it. Okay, yesterday you said the market was red, but it's inconsequential. Today it's green. Yesterday you said the tariffs are good. Today you're saying art of the deal, baby. Trump removed the tariffs. You have nothing. You're just responding to stimuli. You're like a sea cucumber, dude. You have the processing power of a barely functional, barely living organism. You're like a vegetable. I don't know. I don't know how to have a conversation with people like this. I don't know. It's so stupid. And
They've
by the
lost
way,
the plot,
pain
friend.
is not done. It's not
They've
over.
lost that plot
The
there,
destabilization
okay?
will continue. Also, this is a pause on the tariffs that were going in place today. There's like 10% on every country plus 125% on China. Like companies are still getting exactly.
And the specifics. Obviously, we have the 90-day pause. There's some time for investors to digest. But what's interesting with the 90-day is that's what basically people have been calling on the president to ask for. This morning, we heard from Bill Ackman, who's a billionaire, who's a longtime supporter of Donald Trump's, who came out publicly warning about the effects of these tariffs. He put out in a statement on X earlier in the day calling for specifically a 90-day pause. We also saw Jamie Dimon with JP Morgan, who had been talking about the increased likelihood of a recession. So we see all of these people who President Trump knows very well, who've been calling for this pause. We saw the markets reacting, hanging on every...
Asman says he's brilliant and China needs to play ball. I'm going to Brian. I can't. I'm sorry.
Single word from the president, but this gives them time to figure out what's going to happen next. Now, one thing that we did see this morning, which I think for people from the outside looking in, it was a little bit confusing. Why did, after the tariffs were announced overnight, why did the markets kind of go up and down, up and down? And it seemed as if from some of the traders that I was talking to, they were suggesting that some of the concern had sort of been baked in the previous 4 days where we saw those massive declines. I mean, up to $6 trillion, in the S&P alone. And so they were waiting. And that's why you're seeing it going up and down. Every little piece of news, every little hint from the administration about a negotiation, maybe some...
You should debate Asman. I would love to do that. He's the one who would never do that.
Optimism, people were jumping in or people were jumping out. But this was that thing that they had been waiting for. But one piece of caution here, based on what I'm being told, is that, look, it's not over yet. You still have this escalating trade war between the U.S. and China. That's going to have a massive ripple effect. And so what does that mean? We don't know, but still some at least temporary good news when it comes to investors.
He, one, opened up the tariff faucet, literally tanked the entire global stock, the entirety of global trade and the New York Stock Exchange. And then right before he unveiled that he was going to put a fucking pause on the tariffs, that is the reason why there was so much market volatility and the lack of consumer confidence led to people selling their shit. He said, buy, buy. It's time to buy. One of the most insane things I have ever seen. Goldman Sachs rescinds recession call after Trump tariff pause. It is, dude, the graft is in broad daylight. It's out in the open. Money is fake, and these guys are just making fun of you, I think. Do you know how crazy this sequence is? Yeah, look at this. Great time to buy DJT on Donald Trump's Truth Social at 9:37 a.m. Couple hours later, based on the lack of respect that China has shown to the world's markets, I am hereby raising the tariff charge to China by the United States of America to 125%, effective immediately. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. Conversely, and based on the fact that more than 75 countries have called representatives of the United States, including the Departments of Commerce, Treasury, and the USTR, to negotiate a solution to the subjects being discussed relative to trade barriers, tariffs, currency manipulation, and non-monetary tariffs, and that these countries have not, at my strong suggestion, retaliated in any way, shape, or form against the United States, I have authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. Thank you for
see
attention.
people were
Matter.
yipping.
Boom! Stock market goes crazy. People are doing victory laps. They're like, I've never nutted this hard. Thank you, Mr. President. You gave us the brief respite we needed. So fucking fake. I love fake money. That's basically what happened. None of this makes any fucking sense. It does. It's just like, it makes sense if you just look at it as we have outward in broad daylight graft and seemingly no interest in putting an end to it. Okay. We are at the mercy of a psychotic madman who has no interest in making changes happen in the least painful way possible. It's very clear. It is very clear.
He's like,
that
oh yeah, I got my own
cares
harem of just like, I can get hooked up with anyone anytime. I'm just a cool, soft-spoken beefcake with a mustache.
Bro, it's so obvious that Ethan's like, I desperately want to be Noah Samson. Does he use the word roster? Oh, I can have with anyone I want. I have a harem.
I want his mustache. I want his body count. I want it all. Yeah, want it all.
I just wanted to find this one thing. It was like the list of all of the lawsuits that Ethan was doing. Ethan and some ordinary gamers working together, nightmare blunt rotation. He's suing Noah Samson now. I don't even think he is suing Noah Samson. Just judging off of the thumbnail. I mean, the latest thumbnail is retract or lawyer up.
You
So
have to prove damages,
seem like
don't
he's
you?
suing him yet.
That's
He's
part of defamation,
I'll give
right?
you one more chance, otherwise I'm going
You
to sue
have
you.
to prove
It's really like
damages.
kind of a nothing burger. Like I don't even know
Like,
how you send a cease and
what?
desist about a video.
Is he gonna point to
Like
his
the video
fucking
was
sub
made,
count going down?
doesn't that mean
That
that
started
it's
happening
out
before Noah
there
dropped
into
that
the
video.
ether? He said he's coming for Bad Empanada next, but there's obvious complications because he's in Argentina. I mean, there's nothing he can do. He can try to like submit requests on YouTube to get his videos taken down, but he already requested YouTube to take down his videos, and he only got one of the videos taken down. So like literally he's already tried that and it hasn't worked. Okay, we just have to get into this. But the other thing that's crazy is this. Like I just did a search for this in the transcript of a podcast from the week ago where they do imply that Noah Samson is a. So let's just like listen
Chelsea
to this.
Grin's gonna be in town, man.
Also, if I was Noah, I wouldn't get into the
Who
whole
wants to see a show
denial language.
Oh, he straight up is all in it.
Interesting.
History.
There's some
But by the
information
way,
to tell you, but after the show.
Really? Mm-hmm. About him?
Yep.
Oh, about the Cody Code?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing that you know about yet. It's interesting how many people come out of the woodwork. Noah.
We'll get to that.
Exes, you know.
Okay, so Dan says, if I was Noah Samson, I wouldn't
Dan,
be coming
former
out
leftist,
and
works for
going into
fascists
the
now.
denial language because it's interesting to see how many people come out of the woodwork. Exes, Noah. That's an obvious implication that like an ex reached out to Dan is like, Noah, me. Then the following Friday, someone comes on and she's like, I dated.
Ethan Klein is proof that money doesn't make you happy. Fuck money. Not in the Trump recession sense, like the Benny Johnson fuck money, but like being rich. Give everyone what they need. We should end economic insecurity and just fuck being rich and rich people. Everyone should have what they need. No one should have more than what they need. That's like the essence of being rich, is having way more than you'll ever. For feelings, for power, essentially. Because that gives you, having more money than you need gives you, that's twisted.
Noah for a while and he had with women and didn't tell me. So it's basically cheating. And it's like, yeah, that's a thing for Noah to do. But implying that Noah was a is also like a defamatory thing. So it's just like every accusation is a confession for
You
these
have
people.
to prove
It's all
damages.
projection
Even-
for them. It really is. Ethan is pulling Dan into the abyss
that's
with
it.
him. I don't know, guys.
All this
like,
shit is
sure,
dog
man
shit
is a
because all this
socialist.
like defamation,
Just because
defamation.
you're a
Wherever-
socialist and you're like,
who's-
capital is bad, that doesn't necessarily make you like a
Who
good
can point
person.
to
And so I'm
damages?
not. I don't know. I don't know this guy
Ethan's
Dan,
been
but I'm not
leading
surprised
fucking
that
subs
he's like
for
engaging in
over
this
a year
petty
now.
drama since he's been with Ethan for years. Okay, so there was that. This part was so funny. Like, I need to make a compilation of Ethan lusting after hunky men just to summarize this drama, which is nothing. The girl's like, I
He made
hooked
the right
up
move,
with
shaving
Noah
that
Sampson
head.
a few times, and we were having unprotected.
Ethan.
And I said,
The only
tell
good
me
thing
if
you
you're
ever do
having
is-
with other people. And he basically
your head.
didn't tell her that he was having with other people. So when it comes down to it, it's like he cheated on her essentially. He was having with other people and he never told her. And obviously, like, that comes with a whole host of issues. I mean, there's the trust issue and communication and being honest. And then there's also health issues. Like, you could get an STD with someone and then it on to your partner. So, like, yeah, cheating on people is extremely bad. What they did 2 days prior was imply that Noah Sampson was a. That's the implication. And so now they're talking with this person, and Ethan's like trying to say that Noah Sampson is like a scum of the earth. But it's so funny that Ethan's like, Noah Sampson advocates for feminism, but he cheated on a woman once. So he's actually like a piece of. So he's just like trying to discredit all leftist content creators at that point. He's like, Noah Sampson's the type of guy to read a book that's about feminism and say that that makes him more in tune with women. What a loser. Like, it's just stupid like that. But okay, I promised you guys Ethan lusting after Noah Sampson, so let's play this.
There might be others, I don't know.
Did he use the word roster, or was that something I imagined?
This was a while back. I can't remember exactly what words he used, but I don't think.
Like, why would he even ask that? It's like he's literally just trying to make Noah look as much of a creep as possible, and he's doing it on purpose. He knows. Then this girl never said Noah used the word roster. I mean, bro, it's just so funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, the idea of a roster of just like...
This is insane. Ethan comes up with an idea on his own. The girl's like, yeah, I don't remember him ever using that. And Ethan's like, yeah, okay, well, I guess I just made that up. But man, the idea that he would refer to women as a roster is so disgusting. This position that I completely made up about Noah Sampson is disgusting. I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes talking about it.
This dude, like, he's like, oh yeah, I got my own harem of just like, I can get hooked up with anyone, anytime. I'm just a cool, soft-spoken beefcake with a mustache.
Hater.
Bro, it's so obvious that Ethan's like, I desperately want to be Noah Sampson. Does he use the word roster? Oh, I can have with anyone I want. I have a harem and I'm just a beef. It's so funny. Anyway, that was like the most content that came out of this. So he does the Justin Bieber situation went catastrophic, and then Noah Sampson retract or lawyer up. So is the Justin Bieber situation just that he's ugly? Is that all that the Justin Bieber situation is? He used to be hot, now he's looks like a meth addict. Okay, this is gonna be. Oh, he called in. This is okay. All right, timestamps, my favorite. Thank you.
Like, let it play out.
Well,
because I feel there is a solid case.
I know I kind of have a bad camera angle, but what is this? We have to like stare at Mudahar's unpaid bills or whatever the hell those envelopes are in the background. Oh my god, this is so long. Oh my god. Oh my god, like literally it just doesn't stop. Intro to demand for correction. Regarding the whole demand for correction, some lunar gamers calling. Why is his username plural if it's just him on his channel? Does he collaborate with other people? Oh my god. Hassan's merch, the H3 iceberg. Okay, well we can skip like. Oh my god, what time is it, guys? All right, let's just get into this. We're already in here.
Me and Mudahar together teamed up, and we sent a demand for retraction to Noah Sampson Monday night after the show.
To me, it's hard.
In this letter, which I will read after the break, we highlight the defamatory statements and explain in great detail why they're defamatory. All he has to do to avoid getting sued is apologize for everything he said and did, admit he was either lying or ignorant, and erase the video, and also just just disgrace, like, and just accept the disgrace that is basically lying about two people being which is one of the most twisted up things you can accuse someone of. And so, the ball is now in your court, sir. You have 20 days from the moment you received it to respond. Otherwise, this piece is being moved to the next piece on the board. And what?
The piece would be moved to a different space, not to another piece.
The piece would be moving to another space on the board.
To understand how your rhetoric contributes
to the
fucking genocide and the genocide effort
I said I wasn't playing around with the CPS
Israel.
I said I'm not
That's
playing.
not anyone's fault but your own.
Whatever you thought was going to happen, however you thought this was going to go, it's no longer going like that.
What happened should happen. Sue me, Ethan Klein.
You are the
You're
first
a
of
fucking
many,
piece of shit.
several,
Zionist, you support genocide.
feeling
Sue me
what it means
so
for
I
me to be
can
totally
get up
unhinged.
that empathy.
Although legally and morally correct as well. That's the part that's going to be a really hard time for you, bud. So Noah's going to have to prove on paper, legally, to a judge and potentially a jury, why and how we support, which it will.
Bro, like I don't think that's what Ethan wants to have happen. Like obviously Ethan just wants Noah to take down his video, and he wants to be like, oh, I got Noah to take down his video, yes, and it his wife or something, feeling like he accomplished something in that day. Like, bro, can you imagine in court? Like, this is literally straight out of a drama movie where it's like, okay, this is how Ethan supports it. Like, bro, it would be so funny if this goes to court and Ethan is legally found that he supports. That would be hilarious.
That would be pretty chef's kiss. It's like the judge is like,
Noah like gets up there, he has like his pointer, and he's got this whole like presentation set up, like almost like the Dennis system, and it's like system or like the Ethan Klein system.
So Noah's going to have to prove on paper, legally, to a judge and potentially a jury, why and how we support, which it will not be possible to do because all the innuendo and all the lying that they do, him, Hassan, George, that dude that lives in a cockroach-infested corner of Argentina, he's a mama's boy that hides in a dark corner of Argentina, thinks he's untouchable. Guess what, George? You're not untouchable either. And when I'm done with these, I'm putting my full attention on you.
Banana will fuck you.
Okay, so he's going after Noah Sampson, he's going after Hassan, he's going after Bad and Banana. Those are the guys he labeled. Also, man, like really casual racism thrown in from Ethan because the guy's in Argentina. It's automatically cockroach
He's like
infested.
unironically creating like leftist
Ethan
Avengers.
thinks America is like the first world, and if you're not in America or Israel, you're like, or I guess in the West, then you're living in like a place. So the same reason why it's like I think Mr. Beast should buy TikTok and not China has control of it. Like yeah, if you're living in Argentina, you're in a cockroach-infested hellhole.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all went too far. When I'm done with Noah, when I'm done with the other one, the big one that's dropping probably next week, my full attention is going to you, George, like the Eye of Sauron. I see you out there, you cockroach. Yeah.
Ethan's literally comparing himself to the villain in like the most famous fantasy IP ever. He's like, I am the bad guy, and I'm going to be attacking you. Probably isn't the analogy you want to use.
And I know your whole thing. You act tough. You're like, oh, I do psyops, and I'll mail you.
He's memeing, bro.
Yeah, you're
you
full of
idiot.
and I'll tell you who's gonna do me. I'm coming. Okay, you're not safe either. Just wait. Keep talking that, and we'll find out. We're gonna read the letter together. And Mudahar is gonna also call in here at 1. So. Tahar, as I like to call him. Yeah, I mean, if I was Noah and I read this letter, I would be my pants. This is no joke. This letter is extraordinarily well reasoned. It's extraordinary.
Well, we know Ethan's like into, so I don't think he needs to get a cease and desist letter to his pants.
Extraordinarily well sourced, and it is not hyperbolic at all, in fact. So Noah said in his second video, Ethan's threatening to sue me. Have fun with that, I guess. He said, well, I'm about to have fun with it, and unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be having much fun with it, okay? Not so fun. Oh, he went private? Oh, he went private on Instagram? Why? He can't stand any of this heat? Noah went private on Insta? The guy who went on his YouTube channel and brazenly said that can't handle a few comments on Instagram.
You can't handle
What's
shit.
going on here,
You're
Noah?
fucking genocide supporter.
What is going on here,
IDF
dude?
supporter.
And
man.
He's
support
scared.
of the state of
He is.
Israel, which can't exist.
And I'll say this: despite all the sweeping that the entire left community has done for Noah, after we spoke to his ex-lover, not his ex-girlfriend, but his ex-hookup partner,
stop
Noah at least is the only one who hasn't said anything about it and who hasn't tried to make excuses or sweep. So I mean, but it's incredible seeing the left show their so hard. How everybody's just all of a sudden like, oh, so much. You'll go on the left, Haas Twitter, whatever the And this is what they're saying. Wow, Ethan, congratulations. You proved that Noah's a dude who has normal relations. I'm like, okay, let's remember you said that. Haas Twitter. Let's just, I mean, y'all, I barely even have to do anything to expose you guys. But now you're on a ride. Now we're on this ride together, right? Like we're all gonna ride together. This is
You're psychotic, bro. You should shut the fuck up.
Bro, I also think it's hilarious how Ethan continuously compares himself to Kendrick in like the Kendrick versus Drake.
Oh my
beef.
God, yeah, stop
And
that,
yet
please,
he's the
please
one
stop that.
writing
Please,
cease and desist letters.
Kendrick.
So FedEx it to his
Stop
home
bringing
address.
me up, please.
Which I'm sure he must have seen it. Like, I don't know. As a YouTuber, like, I think he must check that email address. And if not, he's gonna get a knock at the door with some FedEx, baby. Demand for correction pursuant to California Civil Code, Section 48A. Dear Mr. Sampson.
Okay, so before we get into this, let's just check out what the Civil Code is. So California Civil Code 48A. When did this No Samson video come out? The YouTubers who backed it was 3 weeks ago. The notice and demand must be served within 20 days after knowledge of the publication or broadcast of the statements claimed to be libelous. So that's right on the edge. I don't even know if that was within 20 days. Seems like it might have been like 21 days or... Because when did Ethan say that he made the statement? Let's just assume that that he got it in on time. Although it would be hilarious if it was like 21 days afterwards. I mean, he's talking about it now, but I think he made the claim that it was given on Monday, which would have been the 31st. Okay, so what is this? In any action for damages for the publication of a libel in a daily or weekly news publication or of a slander by a radio broadcast, plaintiff shall only recover special damages unless a correction is demanded and is not published or broadcast as provided in this section. Plaintiff shall serve upon the publisher at the place of publication or broadcaster at the place of broadcast a written notice specifying the statements claimed to be libelous and demanding that those statements be corrected. The notice and demand must be served within 20 days of the publication or broadcast of the statements claimed to be libelous. If a correction is demanded within 20 days and is not published or broadcast in substantially as conspicuous a manner in the same daily or weekly news publication or in the same broadcasting station as where the statements claimed to be libelous in a regular issue thereof published or broadcast within 3 weeks after service, plaintiff, if he or she pleads and proves notice, demand, and failure to correct, and if his or her cause of action is maintained, may recover general, special, and exemplary damages. So basically, like, Noah has to not only retract the video, but issue a correction, which I think would be funny. It's like, okay, he doesn't support, he just supports an ethnicity. Like, is that really what you want Noah to do? Like, Noah could just do that and this whole thing would be completely moot. It would completely fall apart.
We are counsel for Mudahar and Ethan, our collective clients. If you have counsel, please forward this letter to them and have them contact me about this matter. We are writing you pursuant to California Civil Code, Section 48A, demanding you make a retraction correction in compliance with the statute. Your March 11th, 2025 video entitled The YouTubers Who Backed the...
Okay, so this was exactly 20 days. Just once again, cutting it a little close though, right? The first defamatory statement falsely asserts that our clients support in Gaza. The verb to back means to support by material or moral assistance. The term is a crime defined as any of the following acts committed with intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group, such as... Yeah, it looks like this is like the UN definition, which is what most people use the definition of. I think that you can easily make the case that Ethan is materially supporting this I mean, first of all, Ethan has made this point before. He's like, if you guys are mad that Gila joined the IDF, then why don't you just stop paying taxes? Why don't you stop paying taxes? You're supporting it by paying taxes.
Taxes go to more things than just
because
fucking
like
military,
if you're so
bro.
worried about this, so first of all, like you can make the claim there. Then also, like he has made statements that are materially supporting. When you continuously refer to this as a war and say that Israel is just like trying to get rid of Hamas, and then
sneaking shit in,
is
just
holding on to these
sneaking it in.
hostages, Israel like has to continue doing this war. That is materially supporting this. You are misrepresenting the gen. I mean, he literally misrepresented the in terms of the number of people that are being killed. How is that not a material assistance to the removal of Palestinians? You are spreading fake information about the number of people that have been killed in this. That's an uphill climb for them. I'll just say that. The other thing is, like, I know Ethan's unhinged, but is he really gonna want to go to court to argue that he doesn't support a gender? Like, I'm not surprised that he sent this letter to Noah saying, I'm threatening to sue you if you don't take down this video.
Whether our clients supported by material or moral assistance or otherwise, acts by Israel with the attempt to destroy in whole or in part the Palestinians is subject to being proven true or false. The surrounding context further emphasizes the first defamatory statement is an actual assertion of fact. Throughout the first defamatory video, your language is factually specific, earnest, and serious in tone. This is emphasized by holding yourself out as having, quote,
Guys, I'm sorry, but I feel like there's not really any standing in terms of suing based off of the title of the video, which I think it's going to be interesting. Like, are they specifically talking about the title, or are they talking about the content of Noah's video? Because if it's about the content, I'd like specific clips, and then they've probably done that before.
Specialized knowledge or expertise in the Israel-Palestine conflict due to the large volume of material you cite in the first defamatory video, much of which you misrepresent.
Much of which you misrepresent. Okay, you're just gonna throw that in there.
Said that? Yeah, he said he has specialized knowledge, even though every time it comes up, he just is like, watch bad empanada.
Okay, so he never said the word specialized knowledge. I don't know why they're quoting that. Why are they quoting that? Why is Ethan acting like he's like, oh, Noah said he has specialized knowledge? Like, what is this? Throughout the first defamatory video, your language is factually specific, earnest, and serious in tone. This is emphasized by holding yourself out as having specialized knowledge or expertise in the Israel-Palestine conflict. Due to the... Why is specialized knowledge in quotes? He literally never said that. Due to the large volume of materials you cite in the first defamatory video, much of which, like, is this just me, or does this seem extremely unprofessional? I mean, this is insane. Saying that you have specialized knowledge or expertise because you cited a large volume of materials? Since when does citing your work imply you have an expertise in something or specialized knowledge in something? This is like anti-intellectual.
He put Mudahar, a practicing Muslim, in the thumbnail of his video, and said he supports...
Just once again, I find it really cute that Ethan's like, but Mudahar's a Muslim. How could he support against Muslims? It's like Ethan's just showing his racism right off the bat. Ethan immediately jumping to Muslims versus Jews. Just once again, if it's a Muslim and you're accusing them of supporting, then how could you do that? You're like basically calling him a race traitor. And if it's a Jew being anti-Zionist, he's a race traitor and he is a token Jew. It's an essentialist view from Ethan. That's a better word. He's like, if you are a Muslim, you are essentializing your Muslimness, and you must be like, I don't know, pro-Islam or something. How can you say that Mudahar is pro when he's a practicing Muslim? And if you are a Jew, you must support Israel because Israel's a representation of Jewish people. Ethan has a very essentialist view, and this is why he's a reactionary when it comes to Israel. He's no better than like Ben Shapiro.
A statement that has had far-reaching implications for his life as a practicing and active member of his Muslim community.
Bro, it's been 20 days. Give me a break.
It's some white bread boy wants to play white savior. You know what I mean? And target for being pro is the most pathetic, backwards ever.
A white guy telling a Muslim person that they support of Muslims? Give me a break. This is ridiculous. It's crazy, man. Ethan's got off the rails. It's all identity politics with this guy. Even when he talks about Ukraine, he brings in a Ukrainian.
When you did disclose the factual basis, you either misrepresent the facts or rely on... His last name sounds like an FD. What a dumb loser.
Bro, he read the guy's name and says, what a dumb loser. I mean, bro, what the... Holy... Ethan is a good hater. Like, if we're talking about like a hater competition, Ethan might be at the top because when he hates someone, he goes after everything.
It's just so much fun here. We're having so much fun here, aren't we, Noah? Just like you promised. Further, it is clear you knew that Ethan did not support genocide in Gaza because you watched or claimed to watch content nuke Hassan Piker. In the nuke, Ethan expresses his repeated condemnation of Israeli treatment of Palestinians. This emphasizes that you knew Ethan did not support in Gaza, but still label him being one. Your desire to falsely paint Ethan as supporting in Gaza is emphasized by the end of the first defamatory video, where you state, quote, I think many of you can probably also help out with that. Most of you have smartphones and cameras and TikTok. So go ahead, start posting about it, spread the work. Aside from being a morally good thing to do, it's also
Hello.
Oh, I got you.
You got me. How you doing?
All right, pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, let's do a DMZ run, and then if we have time, I'm getting a little bit of Verdansk FOMO, and
Okay.
if
All
you
right.
want to jump into Verdansk,
Yeah.
no pressure.
fine.
Just
Yeah,
you
yeah. That's
know,
cool.
But okay.
Yeah. I'm down.
Let's do a DMZ run. Do I still have you? Microphone check. Do I have you? Hello. Hello.
Okay. Back. All right.
Yes, this partying situation is something. It's something. Okay. So I don't really have, the only juiced guy I got right now is Ghost. He's got a backpack. We're just going for a juice run?
Yeah.
Getting juicy?
Yeah. 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 We're being.
Nice. I'm gonna
Get
bring
get some stuff, and get like a key would be great. So if we could do one of those, whatever they're called, mission.
Yeah, contract.
Contract.
Let's do some contract. So weird. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna bring in some cash. Just in case.
Yeah, me too.
Just
plates are always good. Always good to have plates if you're gonna do anything. If you want to get out alive, you better get the plate.
You better get them plates. All right. Oh wait, let me bring up my MZ list. Google Doc of all the shit I need.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep, set up. I got
Okay.
my 556 Icarus ready to murder.
All right, I'm ready as well.
It's dead. They need more Adler skins in Black Ops 6. Immediately.
Yeah, they do.
Immediately. Like a classic, like, put them in a goddamn
Criminal.
members only jacket. Like,
Right.
yeah, like,
I
just
mean,
let's go. Like, come on, give
Yeah,
us what we
it's-
want.
it's ridiculous that he was a character in the campaign, and then they give you short shrift on the fucking operators.
You give me
That's
nothing.
Totally lame.
They do that. I don't know why they do that. Like, they kind of did that with Price here. This is the most Price-ish skin I've got. Well, more, I don't know actually. But like they're pretty stingy, except for with Ghost. Ghost, they give out like they have all sorts of fucking Ghost skins. But like Adler is, especially at this point where you can't even bring up the Cold War skins, which was pretty limited as well. Like they didn't have a whole lot of like, cause they just, I mean, Adler, give him the hair, make him look badass. Like, but they're always messing with them. Mic check.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I was just thinking we probably should have brought in a stronghold. Yeah, I think
I lost the only one I had.
last time. I think we busted it.
But those are pretty easy to come. If we pick one up, let's just bust into it.
We might pick one up.
They're pretty,
yeah.
they're like down. Easy to find. And we should just engage with whoever we run into, as long as we're not getting overwhelmed. So we can just like get whatever they got.
All right.
We'll mark the first exfil. See, just so we plan just
Welcome to Al-Mazrah. Explore, secure intel, and loot to gain access to new missions. Enemy threat is high, so expect contact.
We're super close to an exfil.
How about a buy station?
Extract point marked.
Buy station. Oh, actually, here. There's actually two. Yeah, you want to hit that one, or do you want to hit this one?
Buy station marked.
We're both like, let's hit them both.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's
Buy station marked.
Loot everything right around here too. Money. You need a light bulb?
I do not need bulbs. Oh, I got it. It's not me already. There, they start shooting at you before they even saw me. I'm like behind. He had no chance. That was sad. I didn't see it. Oh.
Fire.
I'm just gonna punch him to death. Oh, I'm down! No, I'm self-reviving.
Back up.
I'm plating. God damn it. Oh, god damn it. I got guys on me, dude. I'm dying.
Try to come to you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking down again. God damn it.
Enemy infantry here. Moving.
I gotta take care of these guys. Try to get behind a wall.
I'm trying to, I'm coming towards you. Going behind this desk over here.
All right.
Don't worry. You'll make it.
Man. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Whew.
Walked out and I got shot the second I went around the wall.
Jesus.
There's a screwdriver in this computer.
Yeah, no screwdrivers.
That works exactly.
Game console, watch.
How did I pick up the game?
Jumper cables.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Okay, there's our register. So I'm just gonna do. Is there anything in particular you are looking for?
I mean, it's hard to find stuff like EQ laptop.
Bro.
Ridiculous.
Bro.
What's up?
Safe. Want to do a safe?
Safe?
Yeah, safe right here. You want to do it?
All right, yeah.
All right, opening.
They have good stuff. Oh, who's shooting at us already?
Safe is bringing heat your way. Be ready for a gunfight.
Loading. How are you on ammo?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm camping the safe hard. You know, this door right here. Let's get him over. Oh shit.
A helicopter flew by.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
There's guys coming around.
An operator is near your location.
Peeking around.
Dude, we're like halfway through this. I think, oh shit. Oh, they all came through this back door and it was a mistake. I murdered one. I wasn't even trying.
Oh shit, I'm out of plates.
Oh shit. There, I've got 3 plates up here. Here,
okay.
Here's a plate. 2. There you go.
Thank you.
They're grabbing off the guys down there. They stopping or are they gonna go? Looks like they're go. Oh wait, no, they stopped.
Ultra One, the safe is open. Secure all contents.
Oh, so much
Here they
money.
come. Here they
so
come.
much money.
Ultra One, be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
All right, I got $22,000, bro. Oh, whoa, we just got
Nice.
some kind of mission done. Just him? Okay, nice job. Yeah, I mean, there's.
Right.
How are you doing on? I've got 3 plates times 1. Screwdriver. So, oh, train is going by with weapons case, but whatever.
I don't have enough plates for that crap.
Yeah,
A helicopter comes down on us.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah. Good point. I'm taking a look at the map. You know,
There's a shop. We can get to the shop.
That's what I'm saying.
Cancel my loss.
But where am I? Why can't I
Disregard
mark
that.
something? Whatever. Oh wait, who's in this boat?
Enemy armored boat here.
The player?
Probably.
Let's keep an eye on it. So wait, make sure he goes away.
Yeah, I gotta actually. Oh man, dude, I have a mortar strike. I should have fucking used it
you
on
know,
that
it's okay.
boat.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's fine. It is totally fine. So let's hit the shop.
Yeah.
I'll buy up some plates. I've got a decent amount of cash. Then after that, maybe we can. Oh wait. Oh, what was that?
Daisy, get out of here.
Daisy, unless you're gonna like get in here and squat up, you gotta. Oh shit! Big shots. Come on. Shit! Over here. Oh shit! Taking more shots. Oh, I gotta play it up. Oh shit! So do you. Give take cover. All right. Oh shit! These guys are armored. Oh my god! Die, bro! All right, sweet. Shit. All right, down. Another one down. I don't know how many, if there's any left. Got 2 plates. How you doing? Oh shit. That guy's down.
0 plates.
All right, coming to you. Take cover. Take cover over here by the wall. Here's plate. Here's 1.
Okay, thanks. We gotta get to that
Actually,
shop.
here, take this last one too. I've got 1. I got 1. Best. You are 2. You need 2. All right. Money. Okay, I'm low on ammo. I'm gonna throw down a box.
There's a plate right here.
It's free. Okay. Oh, cool.
Take it.
I owe you one.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was me thinking.
All right, to the shop.
Shop.
Fuck is the shop? Marked? Oh, there it is.
We taking water or do you want to cross a bridge?
Let me, your call.
Bridge.
It's not that long of a bridge.
Oh, I just picked up another plate. How many? I have 3 extra plates. How many?
Ultra One,
I
you've got
have
hostile
Zero
reinforcements
extra.
incoming.
Here.
There's guys over here.
Well, before we
Ultra One,
engage,
enemy threat
here's
is
another plate.
moderate near your location.
I got my silencer. I'm gonna... Oh, sorry. Right, two down, two down.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
What? What kind of wine is that? Aged wine. Do I need aged wine? I think I do. You're doing some missions over here. Do you have room for extra gun? I got another munitions box. Awesome. There is a hurricane over here.
SMG marked.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my
Side chop. Oh boy. Okay, I'm throwing a fucking Semtex at these guys. Right where their smoke is at.
Mortar strike?
Oh, you can, you can. I got 2 Semtex out. I got 1 kill. Whoa, what? Oh, I think that might be a player. Yes, that is a player. I'm trying to take him out. Shit.
Where is he?
He's by the shop. I think he was heading to the shop.
I need mid-cal rounds.
Shit.
Oh god.
All right, I'm dropping the box again. Dropping the box. Me too. Oh shit. Oh shit. There's. Are those? Oh, I'm down. I'm down. I'm trying to find cover. I think that was the enemy. Yeah, I'm fucked. He's sniping. He's sniping for the window. Right. Yeah, dude. He's got our fucking.
Fuck.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, dude. He's gonna have you in. He's gonna have you in the sight. He's in that window right in front of you. You see it? You see the light? Do you see the light? I think he's trying to hit you, but you might just be out of. Oh, dude. He's so close to hitting you.
He's probably gonna come running.
Holy fuck! Oh god, I'm down again! He killed me instantly.
He got me too.
He had us uncovered. He had us covered.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, he can barely see you.
Oh man.
Oh
man.
All right. Voice out. Son of a bitch! Goddamn. Meanwhile, that's DMZ for you.
Yep.
Are you down to jump into Verdansk?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure? You're sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just get the good taste. Mike, check. Do I still got you? No. Mike, check. Hello. Oh, there you are. I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Go into this. Got Snoop Dogg. So you know we're gonna win. We got challenges here. Loot. I got loot 20 supply crates. In Resurgence or Battle Royale, finish top 5. And with Bird's Eye perk activated to get 3 eliminations. No idea what Bird's Eye. I still got you?
Yeah. I'm just looking at my operators here.
Do you want me to hold up? Get us out of the lobby?
No. It's
Oh, we do have loadouts. So whatever. No loadouts. I'm just gonna see what's on the ground. I should change my operator. Yeah, I'm gonna change. going. There for stealth. I haven't even looked at the cam. I don't know, because since I'm done with the multiplayer camo grind, and since we're probably like a good 6 months away from next Call of Duty, jump might be it. All right, mic check.
Yep. I think it broke up for a little bit.
So I'm already looking at the. We're already full. Oh wait.
Did we already jump into the
Not
real
yet,
match
no,
here?
I just know I got.
All stations, we are
Oh.
We're still in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once we see the plane intro. Go. Oh, I haven't seen this for. Oh, this is the same one, man. This is old school. We are definitely back in Verdansk. And you Michael Myers, bro?
You gotta bring a killer, right?
Badass. Oh shit, I got broken away. Let's go to the hospital.
Mark a drop point for your squad and hit the field.
Recon contract marked.
Reconference in. So
Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone.
seconds here.
Did you? Oh, you marked it. Okay.
I marked that flag.
Okay.
Right above the hospital. All right,
Yep.
2, 1, go. Oh, we're gonna have company. It's definitely people.
Oh yes. Oh geez. Oh geez. A lot of people.
A lot of people.
I'm gonna go on the outskirts.
All right, I'm gonna come to you. I'm coming to you. Right on you. Team up. Oh shit. Jump in the fence. All right.
Eliminate all targets.
All right, let's do a little loot. We gotta get some
Are
guns. Keep your ears. Oh, player on me. Player. Dead. He's dead. I'm beating his ass. Yep. Oh, his friend is on me. How did I die? How did I? Wait. Is he up there?
I don't know.
You might be able to. Oh god, damn it, dude. I think he might be on top of the ladder.
Where the?
I am in the gulag,
Oh
baby.
god damn it! Oh, are you fucking serious?
Remember the gulag? We're back, baby. Woo. Old school, and I think it's the shower room. Yeah, this is the best gulag too. We're back. We are back. All right. A pistol. He's had a pitch.
Yeah, I saw it briefly that the guy who shot us was looking through a hole, I think, in the ceiling.
Oh, weird.
He was like above us.
Oh wait,
and
yeah, he was on top of the ladder.
That's why we're like.
He was on top of the ladder.
Oh, well, a ladder.
Yeah, the ladder that was right there. Shit. Fudge!
No, I'm sure I will probably die.
I think I'm going to spectate you, I think. You still waiting?
No, I'm in finally.
Yeah, it's. Oh, right there. Okay. Nice.
Oh god.
Good
really?
job.
I never.
Good job. Why are they giving pistols? That's dog shit. All right. You are all right. I'm gonna try to help you. We got players on. You know, honestly, it's kind of a free for all, man.
Oh,
Oh my god. Just try to survive. See how far I can get, man. Have fun. Try to keep my ears open for you. Oh, and remember to plate up. Looks like we are automatically have 3 plates. Well, you're in the zone, so you can. You're don't have to worry about the gas at the moment.
Gas is closing in.
I am going to turn up a little bit just so I can have better ears. Let me know if you have an echo issue if you talk.
All right.
Someone's got a streak out.
Dead.
Oh, as you see it with the red dot on the mini map, right in front of you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what your strat is. I mean, you could just like kind of hide out. There's a shop over there. You got $2,000.
A red dot.
2 red. That's an enemy.
Oh, that's an enemy. Oh, I see.
It's definitely
By
an
the
enemy.
shop.
Yeah, they're right above the shop. I think they might be on the building. Right. Oh, you see him? You see him? Right there. Right there. On your a little to the right. Yeah, right in front of you. Right. Oh no, to the left. Left. Oh, see a flash? Keep pointing that way. Keep pointing that way.
Yeah.
You'll see somebody.
Oh yeah, I see. I
Okay,
see on the
cool.
flash. Yeah. What was that?
That's a fucking sniper, bro. Right there, right there. Okay. That's yeah. You're not gonna be able to.
I don't have that sniper. No way.
Yeah, you
He's
can hide
going.
out or just wait to see where the zone's gonna go. Your call. Oh, I think someone's going to that shop. You can try to push the shop if you want, but if you don't, I can too.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Guys on the left. Guys on the left. See a
On
crowd.
the left.
It's a crowd. It's gotta be. It's moving.
All right.
Talking about.
Yeah, I see it. I see it on the mini map. Yeah.
The zone's about to change. Or
Oh.
shit! Oh, push him! Push! Oh no! They sandwiched you, bro. Oh, good try. Good effort, man. That was a good match. Very nice.
Tough.
I like this. They got like a whole new thing. We can even do our little dance if we want. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, I have not. We're gonna have to. Here we go.
Oh.
God, there's a whole customization.
Yeah, it looks like it's
just
been
for
a little brushed up.
You know what? Good game. Honestly, like it. That's. I mean, I Warzone's. It's definitely a different vibe, and like I kind of like the chaotic, unplannedness of it sometimes. I like that we didn't have.
Yeah, I mean it's not that far from DMZ. It's very similar.
It's but it's like it's a little more
you
visceral.
don't know what you're gonna get.
Like you can't. I mean, there's no bots. There is a bot version. I think it's called like casual, where it's kind of like a little easier, and there's like it's not like a full lobby of robots in there. But I don't know, man. This might be good for the game. The people are jumping back into Warzone. There's gonna be action in it. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's hard to pull away from multiplayer, so I don't know what the future holds for me. But but I do want to get some victories. Battle Royale, man. You and me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been elusive. Of course, I haven't been.
I've only got one victory,
but
and that was day one. With I can't. It's been years now, really. So I think you and I think we can get a V for victory. I think we should try. I mean, but I don't want to abandon DMZ either. So we'll figure it out. Maybe we can make a schedule. What's today? Is today Wednesday? Warzone Wednesdays are kind of nice, and we can do DMZ every.
Yeah, that would work.
Or if you have any personal feelings, you're like, hey, I kind of want to jump into Verdansk tonight. Let me know. We'll do it.
All right. Sounds good, man.
Being really obnoxious, man. I'm sorry. But hey, no.
Having another one of my coughing fits.
No. All right. Well, good games. If you're you can be on tomorrow.
Thursday. Yeah. Yep. I should.
Hit me up.
Tomorrow I get my crowns in. Yay.
What time? What time are you going in for that?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Hopefully it goes 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I wish you the
Hopefully
best.
It goes fast.
Fast, painless.
I'll be like, I'm here to receive my crown.
Lord John Matthews here for my
I understand
royal...
I'm to receive a crown today.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, 2 crowns, because I'm special. I don't think they'd get the joke. I have a feeling they would just look at me like...
They probably get the joke.
Oh, well.
Literally every
I
time.
want to do it so bad.
Do it!
I'm here to receive my crown.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, enough of that. All right, yeah, but provided everything goes well and I'm in good shape,
yeah, for sure. No pressure. You just make sure you feel good tomorrow, and good luck. Hope it all goes well.
All right, thanks.
Cool. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Talk to you later.
See you. Okay, stream. Now I'm talking to you. I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out. I love you with all of my heart. Every ounce, every inch, the entire circumference, the entire surface area. So it all belongs to you, and I love you.